So in this video today, I'm going to show and explain to you the essential takeaway tip from Jacob Collier's Fix You performance, looking specifically at how to bring more life to your minor chords, to expand it further, as like Jacob did in his recent performance at the O2, which featured the man himself, Chris Martin. Yep. So let's get straight into it. We're in E flat major. So originally the song, I believe, is in E. So Jacob actually started a half step below, or a semitone below. And if you actually listen to the original song, Jacob actually goes up a half step. He actually uses a sus chord, which is the 5 of E. But watch the video and you'll see Chris Martin's very interesting reaction as well to that point. But for now, we're in the key of E flat. So this is the foundation. This is the major scale. This is the world that we're in. So for the verse, when you try your best, chord 1, E flat major, but you don't succeed. It's when Jacob goes to this C minor. Now he doesn't just play it like a C minor. He does something else. I'm going to show you this. This is a really big takeaway, and this will really help you to expand your minor chords in general. So when you try your best, but you don't succeed. That's it. When you get what you want, but not what you need. Can you hear that? Now, straight away, we've got E flat major, G minor. So you can already hear the contrast between this approach of playing the foundation of a minor chord, which is what Jacob was doing, but then going to this minor 9 or sus approach. You can hear the difference between that, which, you know, it has its place, but it's very functional. But then we have, that has so much life to it. So I'm going to show you that. So to start off with, to create this chord, we need to think about our foundation. So in terms of the major key, of E flat major, chord 2 will be minor, chord 3 will be minor, and chord 6 will be minor. Now we're going to apply this concept to all three options, but to start with, we'll look at what Jacob did, where he did the C minor in this case. So to create that beautiful atmospheric, however you want to describe it, you could even say, you know, it's kind of like, it kind of makes me feel like I just want to look up to the sky. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. All right, so how do we create this? Simply put, think about it like this. We're going to be playing a first inversion of E flat major. So when we put it together with the C on the left hand, we're going to have a minor 7 chord. So essentially here, as you can see, this is a minor 7 chord. We're taking that second note and moving it up. And that's what we're going to be doing. Now as a foundation on the left hand, we'll just play a C. Now what we're going to do, a pivot. So we're going to keep this B flat mutual, and we're going to move the E flat down the semitone and our thumb on the G to the F. And that's what we're doing. Going from here to here. Now, a quite straightforward way to think about it is, if you're going to, in this case, C minor, so have your C minor in place, get rid of your right hand C, because we don't need that, because the left hand's got that, and then play a first inversion. So that's your first option, your first approach, you could say. And then all you're going to do is your thumb's going to go down a tone, so from the G to the F, and then your little finger on the E flat will go down the semitone, and that's all that's going to happen. Right there, so really slow. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Now I like playing the C minor or the C note, and then going for that move. You could do it in a different way. Now Jacob did do a few different iterations, so it's up to you. You could do something like this. When you try your best, maybe you could go straight into it. So like here. You can even go back up. So like that. This instance, I started all together, went down, and then went back up. Yeah, so the rhythm is very much up to you, but we need that contrast. Yeah, going from our minor 7 sound, which is very functional, but going to this sus approach. Yeah, suspended feel. Now, in context, then, so I'll play the first half of the verse with this approach. So when you try your best but you don't succeed, Beautiful. And then a sus chord and a 5 to come back around. When you get what you want, but not what you need. Beautiful. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in river. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now I'm going to go kind of back and forth and just give you, I'm going to use a sustain pedal as well. I'll just give you some different approaches that I would use in terms of the rhythm. So 2, 3, 4. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Okay. When you get what you want, but not what you need. Oh, do you see what I do with the left hand? I added something else in there. I'll show you that later. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Oh, stuck in reverse. So, with the left hand, did you notice what I did? I was fleshing out that C minor chord on my left hand. And then with this all together, you got this minor 9. It's actually like a minor 11 actually altogether. But with the right hand, it's still the same. But we just got fleshed out more notes. Yeah. So the left hand, I'm playing a C, a G, and an E flat. So I'm actually playing a C minor chord. I'm just breaking it up. Yeah. I really like that approach. So I'm playing my little finger here, my second finger here, my thumb stretched up to the E flat. One more time. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. And the reason I like that, to be honest, it really just kind of just makes things just sound fuller. This is fine to play the C. That's fine, but yeah, that just sounds much more rich to me. All right, second part. When you get what you want, but not what you need. Oof. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. Oh. Where's that coming in? No, we don't know. We don't want that. So, if you notice what I did though, stuck in reverse. Did you notice what I did there? Yep. I did the same idea that we were doing here for this chord. So, option number 1 is on the C minor. Option number 2 will be on this G minor. Now, for the G minor option, it gets interesting because if we think about our foundation, so how are we going to create this move that we had? How are we going to create that? Well, as we said, we took this chord, which is a C minor 7. We let the left hand play the C. We played a first inversion of this E flat major triad. And then with our thumb went down to the F and then semitone down. So, same idea for G then. So, this is our G minor 7 chord. So our G is going to go. We're going to have B flat major, and that B flat is going to go up a semitone. And then our thumb's just going to go down a tone right there, and our little finger on the B flat is going to go down. Now, if you notice, that A is not in the diatonic scale of E flat. It will be A flat. So the fact that you've got, and this is why I like applying these chords, just in general across the keyboard, because it enables you to get into some really, really creative territory. That is so beautiful. That note, which some may say, it sounds a bit dissonant, sounds absolutely beautiful in the context of where we're going. You've got this bit of tension, but then you're going to go and you're going to get a bit of relief. I like that. Interestingly enough, I think it was even in the same key. I did a recent video of I think a rock somewhere live in Amsterdam. And yeah, it was in E flat actually. And this was a particular feature I noticed in terms of playing G minor, with that minor 9, that approach. So this seems to be a bit of a feature with Jacob. Yes, let me give you that in context then. So, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. Excuse excuse me. Where's this flat 7 coming in? Let's try that again. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. There we go. Beautiful. When you get what you want, but know what you need. Beautiful. Now, if you notice, I'm actually approaching it with on the beat. How would it sound if we did the left hand first in terms of the context of this G minor? So, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. It's tough, if I'm honest, because the timing of this passing chord. 1 is halfway through the bar. 3, 4 words for this one. You've got the whole bar. Yeah, so you have to be creative with it, you know, kind of get in and get out as per the song, you know, as sounds right to your ear. So to me, it makes sense to just start straight away with the G in terms of this all together, as opposed to waiting, doing that. Yeah, so when you try your best, get in and get out. Now I would approach it like this. Because we've got so much interest already with this, I would just finish on the C minor. If I was going to play this in context, I'll say that would be too much. So it would be like this. When you try your best, but you don't succeed, just stay right there. Yeah. When you get what you want, but you're not what you need. Yeah. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. And now you can kind of choose. Stuck in river. Yeah. Alright. And the tears come streaming down your face. So at this point we can choose if we want to do it on the 6 on the C minor or the 3 on the G minor. Moving on. When you lose something replace. When you love someone, but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Alright, so the last option then, we're going to be applying it to chord 2, because as I was saying, in terms of the major scale of E flat, in the scale you're going to have chord 2 as a minor, chord 3 as a minor, which we've done already, and the 6 of the C minor, which we've done already. So we need to find a place to do chord 2. Now what's interesting for the chorus, which goes like this: lies will guide you home. So it's like the foundation that Jacob was playing. Your bones. Right here, he goes to that chord right there, and we need that. So how would it sound then if we do our our sus approach, where it will sound like that? So let me explain how I got there. So let's prepare the chord 2 and then we'll apply it later. So F minor 7, we're going to get rid of the F, go down with the left hand. So the right hand is going to be a first inversion of A flat major. Remember, our thumb's going to go down a tone, little finger will go down a semitone, just like that. Yeah, so for the chorus, chord 4, lights will guide you home. Chord 4 again. First inversion of chord 1. Then he goes to the 6, and it's right here. Yeah. And I will try. So, context now. Let's get that in there. So, we'll go from ignite and ignite. Here we go. It's coming up. Just right there, it's just so subtle, as opposed to just going and ignite your bones. That's fine, don't get me wrong, that has its place, but yeah. And what's interesting as well, even at that point, and I will try. Interesting enough, with the melody at that point, with the chord 2, the F minor, the melody goes I will. So that would actually be a perfect place to do it, actually, because it goes perfectly with our. And then that's the melody, you know. I will. So we're actually playing that in the chord. Beautiful, beautiful. So I will try to fix you. There it is. One approach, just in terms of this sus, but 3 applications. So let me give it to you from the top. Let's recap. But guys, you know we're gonna have to do this in another key, right? In fact, I would encourage you to practice this in all 12 keys. So I'll show you how to do it after this. So let me give you the foundation. So when you try your best, but you don't succeed, I would suggest for the first iteration. So think about it. In the verse, we've got essentially eight sections. Think about it like that. So 16 bars. So for the first section, we'll just keep the C minor straight. For the second time, we'll play our passing, so our sus approach on the C minor. On the third time, we'll play our sus approach on chord 3. Yeah. And then for the fourth time, we'll play our sus approach on the chord 3 and the 6. So first time, just normal. Second time, with the 6, the C minor, that's sus approach. The third time, we'll do chord 3, G minor. And then the last time we'll do chord 3 and chord 6 with the sus approach. So let's check it out, see what happens. 2, 3, 4. When you try your best but you don't succeed. I'll go slow so you can see it. When you get what you want, but so here we go, it's coming up. We're gonna do this. Yeah. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Excuse me. Third time, stuck in reverse. So all of them. Yeah. Next line. And the tears come streaming down your face. 2, 3. When you lose something. Chord 6 with the sus. Yeah. When you love chord 3. 1. Ooh, yeah. God, it could be worse. Excuse me. It's both of them. Moving to the chorus. 3, 4. And lights will guide you home and ignite your bone. Here we go. I love that. To fix you. Now, if you notice, what I started doing as I was just kind of flowing with it, as I told you before, rather than just playing the bass note of C and then doing the move, my approach is often to flesh out, this chord with the left hand. So playing the minor on the left hand and then adding the colour with the right hand. So, and I did that on the 3 as well. So rather than just going, I actually played a G minor with the left hand, G, D and B flat, and then I did my move. And then finally for the F as well, just give you that context rather than just doing F and then with the move, I give you this. Now this takes a bit of practice in terms of developing dexterity, but it's a really good option to have in terms of the left hand being able to flesh out major and minor chords as such, because it gives your right hand, space and more options. So that's great. Now, I would encourage you to apply this in all 12 keys. What has helped me so much over the years is breaking down certain chord progressions and not just limiting it to the key that I'm practicing the song in, but applying it to the rest of the keyboard as well in terms of the other keys. So there's 12 in total. So we're in E flat at the moment. Let's go up a tone. Let's go up to F. So, right. Okay, so here we are. So we'll look at the verse. So we're starting with chord 1. When you try your best, then we go to chord 3, which is A minor, and then we're going to go to our D minor. And for this chord, we're going to be looking to do our option. Now, even before I get there, I'll just give you the foundation so you can see the major scale. Alright, so we've got chord 1. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. So we know we're going to be going to this D minor. So when we come for the second time for when you get what you want, but not what you need, we need to think about it. All right, so we've got a D minor. We're going to be making it actually a minor 7. Can get rid of the D. The F is going to go up an octave. So this is the chord voicing, and then the thumb is going to go down a tone. The little finger is going to go down a semitone. So you're going to have this move. Yeah. Yeah, so it'll sound like this. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Keeping it straight for the second round. When you get what you want, but not what you need. Beautiful. And then if you want to flesh it out further, the left hand playing that minor chord, D minor. That's beautiful. Alright, so what we're going to do then for the third round, when you feel so stuck, because for this chord we can apply it for chord 3. So here it will be here. Here it will be here. Let me explain that better. So in A minor, we're going to think about it like an A minor 7. Going to get rid of the root. The C is going to go up a octave, and then our right hand E is going to go down a tone. Little finger's going to go down to. You've got that contrast here on the A. Beautiful. When you feel so tired. Here we go. Oh, and then with the fleshed out approach, with the left hand playing the minor, A minor. Beautiful, and then going to our 6. And then stuck in reverse. Stuck in reverse. All of the options. Beautiful. Check that out. Just contrast stuck in reverse without that. Stuck in reverse. That's fine, but then with our options, stuck in reverse. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, for the chorus, let's go straight for the chorus now. So, lights. So lights will guide you home. Chord 4. And ignite. Chord 2's coming up. Right here, so we need to think about how can we create this sus approach for our G. So we're going to be taking our G down an octave. Well, yeah, our left hand's be taking it an octave below. Yeah. Then we're going to have B flat major on the right hand, playing moving the B flat up to up an octave, and then your thumb is going to go down a tone, and little finger is going to go down a semitone. So you got this. Yeah. So context then. So lights. Lights will guide you home and ignite. Here we go. Your boy. Oof. I will try. Now, some of you may have noticed that before we actually get to that chord 2, Jacob did a passing chord of chord 6 for Ignite Your Bones. And ignite. Right here, your bones. So essentially we could do that. Move on the 6 on the D minor. How would that sound from Ignite? And ignite. Beautiful. To fix you. So the fact of the matter is, with something like this, we're just looking at one chord. It's a minor chord. So if you go through all 12 keys, you're going to start to create really, really good, how do I say this? Your competence. Yeah, your competence at being able to play this idea of this sus approach of a minor chords. It will increase greatly, because the more you do this through all 12 keys, you're going to start to notice that certain chords will overlap. I'll give you an example. We're in the key of F at the moment, and we notice that the 6 is D minor. But if we think about it in the key of C, for example, what does that D minor represent? Well, it represents chord 2. So you'll practice it in F, become a master at that, and then you'll be able to play that 6 chord in the key of F, but then also be able to play the same chord in the key of C as chord 2. And the more you do this, the more you'll start to kind of see the crossovers in terms of these approaches, not just seeing them in isolation just as linked to a song, but as concepts that you can apply just in general, so that regardless of whatever song you're playing or in terms of your compositions, you can apply these ideas regardless of the key or regardless of the chord. And I find it a very helpful exercise. I found it over the years to be able to just test yourself. Can you play, you know, these chords and these chord progressions in different keys? You know, test yourself, and if you can't, well, put in the work systematically over time. You know, you don't need to be overwhelmed to start off with. If this is kind of new for you, just start small, maybe 1 key a day or 2 keys a day, and just pick a chord progression like this and utilize these certain kind of, I wouldn't really call it rehum options really, but it's more so just different nuances to really develop, in this case, your minor chords, really getting solid in terms of your understanding, have a clear understanding. And as you move through the different keys step by step, you'll start to see the endless possibilities once you're able to have this competence, you know, down. You know, one thing you don't want to do, I would encourage you, you know, is not just be limited to 1 key and just play it there and just be safe. No, you want to be able to apply this in all 12 keys so that you're never ever limited. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, thanks to Jacob Collier. There's always something to learn with Jacob Collier, always something to learn and pick out. And it's been a pleasure to be able to deliver that to you. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.